What comes to your mind when you think of the word number or mathematics? It is hard, it is fun. 1, 2, 3? Stanfield? There are so many things you could think of. Though, some of you might start feeling anxious when you hear the word math and say that you just don't belong to it. It is possible to think of math that way because there are just too many symbols, too many logics, and so on. When you experience the difficulty and anxiety, you might choose to let go and decide not to learn because you don't feel belong to it. But what would you say if I tell you we live in a world where we are attached to the numbers? Would you agree? Let me go a little deeper. If I say that number is a part of your mind and a part of psychology, what would you say? Let me give you a quick demo. Each trial will take 4 seconds. A number will pop up on the screen. When you see a number that is greater than 10, you move your right hand, and when it is smaller, you move your left hand. Here comes the first question. 1, 2, 3. Then you do the opposite. If the number presented is greater than 10, you move your left hand, and when it is smaller, you move your right hand. Here comes the second question. 1, 2, 3. Compare the first and second trials. Which one was easier for you? Why do you think that was? Most of you probably thought that the first trial was easier, which was expressing the bigger number with the right hand. One of the reasons for this is because we automatically place numbers on the number line. So if it is greater than the number 10, we would like to process it on the right side, and on the left side if it is smaller than 10. You might ask, does handedness, left versus right-handed, matter? According to research, left-handed people also prefer to express the bigger number with the right hand. The most interesting thing here is that when they asked the people to cross their hands and respond, the left hand, which is currently on the right side, responded to the bigger number better. This is spatial numerical association of response codes. In other words, we call it snark effect. This explains how people understand the number magnitude in a spatial manner. There are actually many findings of how people understand the number magnitude, and I will talk about them in the future. Going back to the main point, number and math affect people's cognition so many different ways. The channel Number Cognition will talk about how we belong to number even when we feel like we don't belong to it at all. The crazy fact is that we are basically born to live with it. We will talk about how psychologically we understand simple single-digit numbers like 1, 2, 3 to arithmetic and even algebra. After walking through all these, all of you, either you're a math lover or math hater, you would be surprised that number is everywhere in your life. And also, those who are interested in psychology will see how we talk about numbers in psychological perspective. And one day, when you're mind wandering, you might start asking yourself, would this be related to number? Let's find out why and how we belong to number all the time.